Almost a year since two people were killed on a MAX train trying to protect two teenage girls from an angry racist outburst.
It was an incident that caught TriMet's attention as well as the nation's. And this morning, TriMet outlined steps being taken to improve security. Cora Harlan is live with more.
Hi, Ken. Hi, Jenny. The latest ridership survey of people who use TriMet indicate that almost half of the people that use the TriMet system fear that there is not enough security on board the train or the bus that they are on. TriMet vows that that is in the process of changing in the wake of what it says was one of the most violent events last year in TriMet history. The incident of May 26th of last year, two men intervening to protect two teenage girls of color from a racist tirade die after being stabbed by the man intimidating the girls. We learned at a TriMet board meeting this morning that the incident markedly decreased MAX riders' sense of safety.
So the question then is, what do we do? What's our approach? And we actually have a multi-pronged approach to addressing security on the safety and security on the system.
That approach will entail more people in uniform in the TriMet system in the near future through a combination of security officers, transit police, and peace officers. 80 security officers are currently in the TriMet system, a number that Executive Director Harry Saporta says is not enough. Additionally, Saporta says more transit police officers are on the way.
With the new fiscal year, we have authorization to hire 6 additional police officers and 1 sergeant. That's a significant step.
In addition to more people in uniform, TriMet redesigns of buses and platforms will include more and better security cameras, more open design built into platforms, and silent alarms built into the next generation of buses and trains, allowing passengers to secretly and quickly alert police to a problem passenger.
An alarm will go likely to the rail cab, who will be dispatching staff resources quietly to the next station or two, so they can come and inspect, and they learn very quickly to read the behavior that's on the train.
So as we approach the 1-year anniversary of this incident at the Hollywood MAX station, TriMet is responding with additional security. I want to show you one final thing as we go here. People's perceptions. Half the people said they don't feel secure enough on TriMet system. This is a survey of the top 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, maybe a dozen or so transit districts nationwide and their security efforts and initiatives. The higher bars there in that graph indicating more security. Look on the left-hand side there. That's TriMet, the lowest level of security of any of these top 10 or so transit systems of its size. So TriMet has some catching up to do, Jenny and Ken, and they vowed this morning to get busy on that. They're already in the process of hiring more people to get more security in the TriMet system.
Yeah, it does sound like they're taking a lot of steps to try and make sure this doesn't happen again. Okay, thank you, Cor.